All right, so I'm here today to talk about the Olight Osight, and just a few things to cover first. Um, I did mount it on a slide that has front recoil posts. I used Loctite, blue Loctite number 243, and it is mounted to 15 inch-pounds for the torque spec. So first, it charges with this weird charging block, and on high, the battery will last 17 days according to the manual. So here's the problem with the charging block. If you check this area, when you put the block on, you have to have 3 millimeters of clearance from the rear sight, or you have to remove the rear sight for the charging block to fit. In the front, if you have combat cut sights where your rear sight post is in front of your optic, you have to have 2 millimeters of clearance in order for the charging block to fit over it. Otherwise, you can see it has this little ring here. It won't charge, and I actually have to put it on and force it. No, it's not going to do it. Oh, yep, there it goes. If I force it, you can see the ring light up. Oh, there it goes. The ring lights up and it tells you how charged it is, but you have to force it on there with suppressor height rear sights. So what I did was I dismounted it, I charged it, I mounted it, and now here we are. So we're going to check out the targets. I'm going to do a confirmation of 0, and then we can beat this thing up. Another thing with the optic is that it is an RMR mount. I see a lot of people on the Amazon reviews like, oh, it doesn't fit on my P365. Yeah, well, no shit. So again, RMR cut. I got the green dot, and the dot is not a dot. It's a little squiggle, kind of like this. So I'm going to go into this with a confirmation of 0, and then we can beat this thing up. So here we go. All right, I'm going to go for the top left target center for a confirmation of 0. Call it. So I've dropped a slide before from about this height on accident, and I cracked the glass and had a warranty repair. Let's see if that happens with the Olight. Give it a couple more. And one more for good measure. All right, let's check the 0. Cut. Ready? All right, dead center. All right, so I have racked a slide off of a ballistic shield before, so let's check this out. All right, I'm going for the top right target. One more for good measure. All right, so it held 0 when I racked it off the barrel. Let's see about hitting the barrel. Give it a couple of them. Going for the top right again. I'm going to say top right target, bottom left little circle thing. All right, so slides under my tire. And let's give it a burnout. All right, let's check the 0 on the bottom left target. Looks like we got a little shift. Let's give it a couple more for good measure. So it looks like we've just got about a 1-inch shift. So I'm going to re-zero it and we'll try again. Well, that was easy. So I got this bench over here and it looks like some of the nails are loose. So well, it got eaten up a bit, but let's see how it holds zero. All right, we're going to go for that, let's say, bottom left target, top right little circle. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Oh, there it is. All right. So I don't see where I hit, but we got some cracked glass. And I shot and it hit my glasses. So just another reason why you should have pet fibers. Anyway, all right, so I got it re-zeroed, even with the cracked glass. We're going to do a confirmation of zero. I'm going to call the top right target, top left little circly thing. All right, I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the Swamp Fox Kraken. So let's just give it a couple good hits. With the Kraken, I was actually chipping off some of the paint and mortar. So I feel like I was hitting the Kraken a little. You know what? Let's... Oh, that's really starting to come out. All right, I'm going to call the bottom right target center bullseye. Yeah, we're good. I'm just getting glass chips. Well, this is my Stanley Fatmax demolition tool, or sometimes when you need to get into places that you can't get into, it works pretty well. Let's see how optics hold up. So there's a slide, here's a Stanley. Maybe we can loosen it up from the top. We can do it some more. It's still got glass in there. Well, that glass is holding up after the initial impact, so let's give it a couple more. All right, that glass is pretty rough. I'm going to get some of it out, and then, oh, that's all the way through. Well, let's check the zero. All right, I put up new targets. Let's go for the top left. All right, well, I was trying to get a good zero. I had the glass entirely pop out. So that's what it took. All right, so overall impressions, I did find the glass. So impressions, I don't like the dot. I don't like the way it's set up. I don't like the optic. But as far as functionality, it functions pretty well if you don't care about dot quality. It's obviously you're not paying aim point Trijicon prices. So for an irregular shaped dot, oh well. It does get pretty bright. It functions when you turn up the brightness. There is ghosting around the outer ring. But if you can get over that, it held at zero, and we gave it some beatings, and what actually did it in was obviously the Stanley demolition tool. So with that being said, I'm surprised it withstood as much as it did without shifting the zero too much. Overall, I was pretty impressed, but am I going to depend on it? Personally, no, just for the battery aspect of it, because you can't replace the battery. It doesn't have established lifespans on it. It requires a proprietary charging brick, and for those reasons, no, I would not depend on it. But for a range gun, it held up. I would use it. It held zero. I was surprised.